spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. And the Gators will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get first crack at it today. And guys, this was an interesting, if not confounding, experience to watch last year. We'd seen Florida State's issues all season, but it really felt as if the changing of the guard happened with the way the Gators just dismantled them.
It was a very sloppy game from Florida, too, even though they got the dominant win on the road. And funny, thinking back to that game, David, maybe the play of the year for DJ Lagley. He threw the D lineman off him that was going to get a sack, was able to rock to the right, find a completion. That was big man strength by a young true freshman quarterback, and a big reason why I know Gator fans are excited for this one.
Yeah, and these two teams couldn't have had more opposite seasons. Both really struggled out the gates, but Florida really turned it around, and you could feel the momentum going the other direction. Florida State, they flat jumped off a cliff. I mean, it was awful. They ended up having more inches of snow in their stadium than they did wins a year ago. This rivalry means something. We got to get the best out of Florida State.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. He's got it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, the quarterback had nowhere to go with it deep down the field, so he found his back, just hoping he could maybe make something happen with it, but the defense rallied, made a nice tackle, setting up fourth down.
On the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they...
Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Seminoles are flying down the field. He's in open space downfield. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here comes the option. They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he was hit just as he released it. Falls to the turf. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Big moment in recruiting last week. Four-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a four-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Zings it complete to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I like the decision there in the RPO game, too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game, too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do, and when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage. And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question, it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Keeps the play going. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Gators line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Handoff to the single running back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
On on the option. Finding an escape route. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Really nice job of executing that time by the offense on the option play. Really nice blocking up front. And the quarterback there to make guys miss and take it in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Ball. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Mr. Two Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Safe completion on the screen. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. Escapes trouble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to do.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Grab behind the line. It's Ball.
A nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
And the Gators are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. on the option. They go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Motion from the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Knowles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Makes the catch, it's Wilson.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Unloads to the right. A beautifully placed ball to the out. And the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks into 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Splits the uprights. Good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Motion from the wideout. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Quarterback moving. He'll slide and avoid the big hit. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's McCoy. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles.
The Seminoles will boot away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Off play action on first down. Got him downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
There's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
He'll pitch it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the... They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Handoff to the lone back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That's caught. It's Clark. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Ball. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Castellanos. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over. They almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse, and field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. Cross that arm out.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Livingston. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dick.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Dropping back, it's Lagway. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things. Like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Got room to work. Gets it past the marker. Flying out to the left. Touchdown Seminoles. And the beatdown has ensued. That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's a heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they've been getting after him, they've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
He'll lose yardage again, and they say don't abandon the running game, but the running game's abandoning them. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The goalpost breathing down there, and he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they must take care of the football. Find some fresh air. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Now facing a 3rd and long. Got a little space. Got enough for the 1st down. It's a seam wide open. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
All right, David, as someone that loves defense and sound defense, how would you evaluate their job fitting that play?
To quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Defense is about making the ball go where you want it to go. Like guys doing their job and fitting it to the...
Turning it on! He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida State. Fitted in the window for the score. There is time on the clock. If there is time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But I would argue, Reese, you can just take a knee. If you take a knee, run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
This time he's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. It was vitriolic, it was intense, and it went to the Seminoles as Florida State will dine on Gator after winning in this rivalry matchup. And you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. They took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you work so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly